Hello guys, this is Paula and I am back today to do my last journal with me on the Get Cozy, or in the Get Cozy book. So this is my first book with Chic to be one of the designers, and so it will make more sense to you when you know what I'm doing, right? Okay, so this is the book, and I decided, even though it has pink on the front and cream, and the inside covers were brown, I decided I'd cover those brown inside covers, and then I would stick with blue and white and silver, cold like images. I'm going to make sure I'm backed out on the video. I think I am. Yeah. I had pulled forward on the previous video, and I decided that I was going to do both videos early before anybody woke up this morning. So I have just kind of stuffed some of the last little bits of blue and silver and whatever I needed for this book. So as we go, I'm going to flip through this. So we're going to show you the whole book before we're finished, plus decorate the last 2 pages. So this is the inside cover. Has this beautiful ideas book, the Ideal magazines, an image from there. They have beautiful snowy pictures. Here is my library pocket. Haven't put my name in there yet, but I did cover it with some snowflake, kind of a navy with white snowflakes, and I put this white bird that has navy trim on him and this silver stripe there. For those of you who haven't seen the process of this book, you can go back in my videos and watch it from the beginning. Okay, this is a vintage bingo card that was in the kit. And this is the, this is a tag I made to put in here to journal on the back of. Added a doily on the top. And I used iced spruce for my inking. Okay, there. And then I covered this bingo card, and I put some lace at the top of it, some white lace, and then on the bottom I did a white doily, and she always punches some scallop circles and triangles and stuff for the kit, and so I used those. And then she included these white glittery snowflakes, and I punched the other ones. So I wanted it to look like a winter wonderland, because when I think of getting cozy, I think of getting my Afghan, getting hot chocolate or hot cider, and snuggling up and watching a good movie or reading a good book. And it's usually there is snow on the ground. And so, yeah. So this is going to be our next one right there. So I'm going to move that and go past it. This was from the last video, and it's this little blue and white polka dot paper right here, and it's white on the other side. And so I folded it, tucked this under, folded the paper back, and then when you open it out, you have these other 2 sides of the back, and so you can journal your little heart out right here. And then I put some of the vintage wrapping paper on the tag, trimmed the tag down, made it thinner, put some of the blue fibers in it, and then slid it in the pocket. Yeah, I think that turned out cute. Here are some more things we're going to use on those few pages. Here is a folder that folds out and down and up, and it's just white on the inside. I'm not going to open it, and then you just add your fiber here and do a do like a figure 8 around the closure. Added a cute little blue bird, and here is the stencil that I used to I used like a stencil, this snowflake doily. And I decided, you know, I wanted to go ahead and use this doily that I did the stenciling with. And when I'm talking about the stenciling, I'm talking about, where'd it go? It's like the center of the book, right here. And I called it the Wonder of Winter. And that is because that came in the kit that Artie Mays has with the white owls. And I loved it. So that's the center. And so moving along, here's the other half of that doily. And I used an old vintage subtraction card. And then I used a guest check, covered it with this beautiful light blue snowflakes, and I trimmed around it and added some tinsel that was all in the kit. Okay, and the next page is a pocket out of this blue. Put some tinsel, did a glassine envelope, and put a journaling card in here to journal on. You can see it right there. I'm not going to take it out. Then I put the word ice. I was putting words that made me cold. Made me think of the cold. And then we come over here and I made a pocket out of another snowflake paper. And I put this little card that says, "Let it snow." I put two little penguins right there. Because Lynette had done a tag with a penguin and some snowflakes. And I had to cut it down small enough to fit. And some blue fibers on that one as well. Here's the original blue doily that she put in the kit, and it has these really cute snowflakes. She bound the snowflake doily into the book. Here's some of her famous hearts paper, which turned out so pretty. I'd love to see how she does that. And so you close that back, it flips out, and then you close it back to move on to this envelope, which is a tiny envelope. Well, it's about 7 3/4, 7.5 inches tall. I stitched down the middle. I made some journaling cards that would work and zigzagged around the outside, and that turned out really cute. And then here on this page, I love this image of the church in the snow. I just love it. So I wanted to make sure that I got that in the book. Then I added some trim from Creative Memories. And here's some blank spots, kind of bled through there. That's okay. I don't have anything there yet. Okay, so here is some of that vintage wrapping paper. And Lynette stitched a little plastic pouch that you could put into your window envelope. I stamped on it with snowflakes and just clipped it to the wall. And then over here I have the gray bag with white polka dots. I thought that was cute and I wanted to do a flip out. So I just took the other side and folded it under. And then I did this Get Cozy tag. Isn't that cute? I didn't design it. It was designed by another designer that I do videos for. And here is a navy blue little tag. I put fibers in both of those. She had a bag that was craft that she had stamped these snowmen on. And they're out making s'mores. Look at this. It has this little marshmallows on top. And so then I flip it over and I always cover that packet or that bag that was wrapped around. Here's some more of that cool heart paper. And here's the other side of the doily and some stationery she put in. And there's some more that I'm going to work on. So let me get past it. Okay, here I put some more. This was also Creative Memories. It's an old piece that's not out now, so you'd have to just see if you can find it like on eBay or something. Okay, here is a napkin that I put on with a glue stick, and then this old vintage blue wrapping paper. And then I added snowmen on outside of the snowman, and I think it really improved the way it looked. And I weighted the book down so these pages would calm down. Here is another flip up and flip down thing. You just pull this off, and you have an area to journal inside. It's white. And it's white or it's blue, but I believe it's white. Let me see. No, it's blue. The whole thing is blue. So you can add paper to these and make them like a little book, you know, if you want. Here is a glassine bag that she did blue dyeing on, and some tags, claim checks, and then another sweet little bird. And here there was a Frozen game card in the book, and she added these dimensional snowflakes, and I put one on each of our tags. And then I added this trim to this really old catalog book page, and the book was from 1801 to 1819. Yeah, that's got some history. There is a place to tuck behind it. This little Tim Holtz card says winter, and I did another bag that can flip out. Let me show you. Yeah, it's definitely blue, right? And she put a card inside, and you can see, because it was folded right there, but a card like you would gift somebody. It was really decorated like this, and so I just flipped it around like this and traced around it, and the back is free to use. And I need to ink around this. Let me grab my ink while we're here. And no, that's not the right ink. Paula, what'd you do with it? Silly girl. That's the extra. Here it is, right here. It's the spruce, ice spruce. Let me get that open. I forgot to do the back of this, and you can really tell it. Yeah, so now we can put it into the bag. The bag also flips out and comes back in. Okay, that is that page. Let's see. This is another glassine bag that has a blue dyed or stained index card inside it. I did this plain card over to the side here, and I made it where you can tuck into it. And this is the back inside cover. Put this icy looking ribbon around the vintage wallpaper that looks like snowflakes. So let's get busy. I'm just going to start right here where we have all these goodies. And we're going to do half on this tea stained paper and half on the stationery. I'm going to get me a drink. I've discovered that when I do these videos, my mouth, I guess, as I talk, gets dry. And it's hard for me to continue to talk when I'm just having issues. Okay. Tim Holtz put out Christmas wallpaper this year, and this is one of them. And I want to cover this page with it. It's going to be a little short. We'll just kind of center it top and bottom. And, or we can put it all the way to the top and then get into, let me flip this over so we know where to cut it. I think it'll look better at the bottom. And then if we decide, or all the way to the top. And then if we decide we want to put in a pocket at the bottom, we can. That's what I've been doing because it's fun to journal on cards. You know, on the back of tags and cards and stuff like that. I love making those into pockets. Okay, so I'm just going to trace where we need to cut this so it's nice and straight, and I'll know exactly where to go. I keep marking on my page here. That's why the the pencil is good, so you can erase, and why keeps you calm for a few minutes. All right, so we're going to trim that. I'm going to grab my trimmer. I hope you guys can see here. So I hope so far, some of you've probably been up since the crack of dawn opening up Christmas gifts. I know if you have children that you definitely have done that. So we cut that just the right size. I'm going to ink it. Okay, now let's see. Where was I? Oh, I was next to the, not that one, back here, I guess. I was back this way. Right, nope. Nope, that's not it. Oh my goodness, Paula, are you kidding me? Right here. Right here is where we're going to decorate. And I'm going to move this trimmer while we do that. And I'm just going to take my glue stick, but you know what, I think I'm not. I think I'm going to do it with glue because it's kind of heavy and I don't think the glue stick will actually hang on to it. So I'm just going to go around the outside, get as, you know, close to the edge as you can without the glue going nuts. Okay. Then I'm going to go over to the other side. And you can tell this is wallpaper just by the noise it's making when I put the glue on. It's kind of doing a, I don't know how to describe it. But it knows it's a different texture. Hear that? Cracks me up. Okay. Now we're going to cover this page all the way to the top and probably as far to the edge as we can. You know, it's a little longer than, I don't know how it ended up a little smaller because I had it stuck down into the binding. It's okay. All right, so this is a cool image that is done with blue and grays or blue and silvers, depending on what you're wanting. And this is the letter that comes with the Get Cozy. She always does up a nice letter to you and then a decorated side that you can use in your video. So I think instead of cutting this into circles or cutting it in half or whatever, instead of doing a cross, that maybe we'll just cut it like this. I'll show you. We'll start here, and I'm going to do it kind of rounding like some of the edges. Let's go like this. Okay. All right, come around this way. Whoa, knocking things around here. So now all we have is a little bit of the writing. I had already read my letter there. So let's see how this may not work on here like I was thinking. Well, I may have to trim some of it off, but yeah, it'll be fine. It says Get Cozy, and I am going to crease this in the spine area so I know where to cut it. I'm going to kind of cut it straight up. That way it'll fit when we glue it down. And then we'll trim off any that's hanging over the outside. All right, here we go. right. All right, there is the Get Cozy letter. All right, I'm going to trim this off because we don't want glue. Yeah, we already got something right there, didn't we? Oh my goodness, this thing's crazy. Okay, so we're going to trim this. Good grief, Paul. I should have put something under it, huh? Now we're going to trim it. Now I believe we're going to trim it. Or do we just want to open the page out? Which I forgot to ink this. I keep doing that. It's making me crazy. I'm better off to just not ink at all on any of this type stuff, but I like the look of it better when it's inked. All right. There we go. Now I want to fold this. Let's see how it folds so we can get it in here right. Okay, so we're going to have to bend the Get Cozy over. And I think I'm going to add some more glue because it looks like it's dried a little bit. Well, it may not glue down because it's kind of odd shaped and it's not wanting to hold on. Let me put some clips on it for a few minutes. I really want it to stay down like this because I just like it. I just like the look. So hopefully my clips will hold down what I want. I can get some more out of here. Okay. I'll do it up here at the top. I think I'm going to go ahead and lay these two on the end down. And I might go ahead and put one right here. I'm wondering if there's enough glue underneath this so it will work. Okay, so we've got this glued down. It's kind of wanting to come up there in the... I thought I put a lot of glue on there. See, it's wanting to come up out of the spine area. Get up there, silly book. Okay, let's just get under there and go under. Yeah, there we go. Maybe that'll stay down. Okay. So we got this really cool, trying to decide if I want to use some of this as a pocket, or I think I'll use some of this instead. And that's pretty silvery gray. Okay, so we're going to do a pocket all the way across. That's the plan. Let me get you going here. Now we want to, let me put my cap on. We want to trim this into a pocket. Okay. Going to get the ice spruce out again and ink this. So see, you can really see that on here. Okay, now I'm going to glue this down with a small little amount of glue. And I'm thinking out loud here, but I'm thinking that maybe we can put some, a thin card in, tag in there. There we go. Now we need to find what tag we want to put in there. So we have a darker gray that we could put here like this or like this. Or we have a lighter gray. I think the lighter will look better. So I think we'll make that one work. And I don't really think we need this, do you? So I'm going to put it to the side, and we might be able to use it on another thing you like on there. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry I'm being quiet. You know, I just don't even realize it as I'm doing this. Okay, so Lynette gave us tags in the kit. And I've got this darker one. And I have a lighter one. I think the lighter will work. So, what we're going to do is cut our tag apart. Throw a little bit of ink on there. Good grief. So why don't we take our little card and do like this? And then put the other side over here. Let me get it on here right. And then we'll staple it. Okay, so I'm going to put it like this. Make sure it's in the right spot. All right, I'm trying to get this even so it has a nice look to it. I think I want to do it this direction. I like to use tags as tree toppers. Not tree toppers, tag toppers. Sometimes I wonder what's going to fall out of my mouth. Now I'm like, okay, I made it through that one. I didn't embarrass myself too much. That staple did not attach, so we're going to do that one again. I must be getting low on staples. It's let me look. I never can remember which. There we go. Oh yeah, we don't have any. That could be the problem, right? So I'm just going to slip some in real quick. Okay. Come on. Silly staplers. Okay, there's a couple. right there. I usually put in 2 at a time because it, you know, doesn't jam up as often if I do that. Well, look, there's a bunch. How did I miss those? That is crazy. I'm going to put those to the back and put the new ones to the front. Because it was acting like it didn't have anything in it, and there it is. All right, let's go ahead and put this bigger one in the back. There we go. All right. Now I bet it will staple. I shouldn't say stuff like that because I get in trouble. There we go. All right, so I'm going to just put these in the drawer with the other staples. Okay, there we go. Now, see, this will look good down through there. And I'm going to show you what. I'm going to take a blue marker. I think I have a blue one. Yeah, right here. It's a flare pen. And I'm just going to go around the outside. You know how I do. And they're not going to be perfect because we're going to go around it twice. I try to do them as straight as I can, but that's not a big deal to me if it's not. So I like being able to do that, you know, just to do like a crossover. And here we go. All right, some squigglies. Squigglies down here. There we go. Now that's much better. Okay, so we're going to put that right here. And this page looks ready to me. Yeah. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Let's see. So we've got, oh, I'm sticking to everything. I guess I didn't get this trimmed all the way off. Let me do that so it doesn't stick. It's hard to see, but there's part of this is sticking out and it has glue on it. So I'm going to cut this pocket down so it'll look a little better. Yeah. All right. So that feels better. I'm going to do the side one too because it's sticking out with glue on it. Come on. I don't know why that feels so thick. I guess that cardstock is thicker than I thought. Oh, I know why it is. Just occurred to me. It's because we've got the wallpaper on underneath too, and it makes it thicker. All right, so there we go. Get cozy and have sit and watch deers frolicking around. Okay, so I'm going to go back this way. Nope, that's not the page. I'm going to find another page that we can work on. I know I didn't take everything out of this book. Right here is one. Let's see what this other one. Oh, let's do the other one. Because if we run out of time, we don't have to do this one. You see what I'm saying? So this next one's a little more interesting. So what you can do is, I'm going to hold this down for right now. I'm going to move the book over. And we're going to work with envelopes and snowflake paper. Now, you have these blue envelopes. We're going to take our trimmer and we're going to trim the very top off of this envelope. Okay, but it's open, but just hang on to it. If I can get it to work after that. And then we're going to take the top of, I folded this one up, and we're going to take the top off of this one. Okay, now I'm going to do the top one right here. So we're going to have 3 pockets. Okay, and we're going to stitch around this after we get our paper on. So I'm going to move this, since we've got this part done. We are going to take our envelope. We're going to glue it shut, the large envelope. This is usually done with like a 10 envelope. You just cut it to the height you want it to be. Now, you're going to glue the flap down, and I'm going to make sure this flap is the right size for the page, or the right height for the page. We might have to cut it down a little bit. So we go right there, come up here. So it is still a little tall. So we're going to cut just a tiny bit off. And I'm going to do the open end. I'm going to cut the open end. Okie doke. You know, it takes so much equipment and products to do this. It's like, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to get this on there? Okay, so now we have this where we want it. I was looking to see what I did with my, here it is. Here's my punch. I'm going to punch a circle up here to indicate that this is a pocket, because a lot of people are accustomed to doing that. Okay. That wasn't enough. Okay, get in there. All right, right there. So this is going to be, we're using the back side of the envelope. We're not doing the open window thing. So I keep envelopes that come in utility bills, from Express Scripts or whatever. Okay, then we're going to put this one onto this one. But first we're going to do I got this folded backwards, I think. Okay, now, what we want to remember when we're doing this is to stitch all the way around except where the pocket opens, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to hold it down. I'm just going to clip it. And I'm ready to take the clips off over here, so I'll have some clips to use. Let's see. Let's clip it over here. This is just to keep it in place while you're sewing on it, because it will have a good page on there, I bet. I don't know what Mom will give you. Okay, so we have this all ready, but we still need to do our pockets on these other levels. I'm going to take these off while I do this. Should have known it wouldn't go in there. Okay, now you have to remember too that we cut both ends of this one, so we have to do it as well. Oh my goodness. It's like wrestling a wild animal. Okay. Try this one more time. There we go. All right. Now, we'll clip it again so we can get it sewn down. But one thing to remember before we do that is we've got to cut our snowflakes. Or I'm liking this too. Why don't we do the snowflakes, these snowflakes at the top? Okay. And then I was going to put this darker one that actually goes with this same blue kit here. And close this down and use this one like this. So I think I'll just do that. Okay. Now we got to get them the right size. Good luck with that, right? Okay. So I'm going to measure. We need it to be 3 3/4. And just a couple little areas right there. Okay. Now we're going to cut the height on it. Let's see, go like this. You see. Trying to get this on there straight. You almost just have to do it like this and then just mark it. If all else fails, use your pencil. All right, now we're going to do this one up here. All right. A lot of cutting, but they're so cute when they're finished. Okay, now let me see what we've got so far. We've got this one, right? This is the top piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue right in the middle, but not around the outside, so I can stitch it without any problems. Okay, now I'm going to have to go back in and cut these. Oh, crud, you know what? I didn't cut that other side. I'll just trim it with my scissors. Now I'm going to ink it. Go ahead while I've got this and go ahead and punch that hole. You know, I always do it first because I like to get them as even as I can. But when you do this second one, you really can't see super well. Yeah, there we go. That worked, right? Okay, now we're going to take this other envelope here in the middle, like that. So we need some snow. This one's going to go on the bottom. Let's do it first. She's eating up a storm. Let's see. Let me get it down to the bottom here. I just decided to trim what wasn't fitting correctly. And then we're going to put some glue in the middle. And then we'll leave the stitching spaces empty. Okay. Okay. I'll pull that over a little bit. This really isn't difficult. I tell myself I'm making it difficult here. Oh, okay. I started to say, where's the glue? Haven't done it yet. Okay, I'm going to slide it down in here. Try to get it in the same spot. I wrestle with this stuff, trying to make it like I want it, you know. Go ahead. There we go. So we got our 2 pockets in the lighter blue snowflakes. And then now we've got this purple. But I really don't want that much purple, I don't think. Yeah, let's see what the Linda looks. We'll see what it looks like. Okay. Bring it up here. I like that. I like the way that looks. For some reason, I'm having a hard time getting it on here. There we go. I'll just do it all the way down. Every time I hold it, it moves. I've made a bunch of these. They just have a really nice look to them. But I like them best when you stitch them on the sewing machine. And that's what we're going to do as soon as we put some glue on here. All right, I'm going to try to do this faster. if it's possible. Okay, so now we've got this. Oh, we've got to punch this one as well. Let's do that real quick, and then I'll pull my sewing machine over. Let's see. Trying to get right to the same spot, or as close as possible. There we go. So you want to make sure all your open sides are up. It's going to look like this, only with stitching. So now I'm going to put my clips on. I know. Let's see. For some reason, it's wanting to stick out on this side in that one spot. I must have not cut it perfect. All right, we're going to clip it down as we go along here. So I'm going to have that one down too. And I'm just going to do straight stitch. And I just realized something. We're going to have to glue the top portion. It's been a little while since I've made this. I'm sorry, guys. We've got to glue this part except around... Well, wait a minute. If we do the top stitch, we won't be able to do a stitch across here. We have to glue it because we've already attached it to this. So let me glue the portion that won't get stitched which is right across the top. And you want that to definitely be glued down. Here we go. And right around your little pocket. All right, so that one's done, and now we want to do this one. I wasn't thinking, I was just thinking about sewing around it. And I'd forgotten that you have to go across the top here. Because if you did try to stitch around it, you would have a real good chance of stitching through your pocket. This way it's, you know, not going to be any problems. There shouldn't be any problems anyway with it. And now we're going to do this top portion. Yeah, let me get that down in there. Let's do it right here. And then I'm going to get that side done. Then go over to the other side after I get the glue cleaned up out of there. Okay. Okay, could this take any longer? I'm sorry, guys. You know, you plan stuff sometimes and it just doesn't work out like you think it should. That's all right. Okay, now we're ready to stitch. I promise this time. I promise, I promise. Now, we're going to stitch down both sides. Okay, so we've got that side fixed where it can be stitched. I'm going to move some of this stuff out of my way because I've got stuff everywhere. I'm just going to toss it up in this section of my box so it's out of our way. Now I'm going to move my scissors. We're going to get over here. Oh, you know what? I didn't ink the top. Oh, I didn't ink any of it, but we'll ink the outside after the fact, okay? Around the outside. But we got to do this middle one at the top. What is the deal? I've got it clipped down. That's what the deal is. It's like, let me go. Let me go. Okay, and right here. Yeah. Sometimes I keep thinking this is trying to glue to itself, but it can't because I don't have any glue in there. It's just super tight on that one part. Okay, now we're going to move this over. Okay. Let me get all these staples picked up so they're out of our way. I want to bring our sewing machine over for a few minutes. I've got all my medicine here, all my everything right here on top of my sewing machine, of course, right? It's like, I am going to scoot it over here. There we go. Let me kind of tilt it. There we go. I'm hoping I have enough. Yeah, I have enough thread. I was looking at that thinking, oh no, I don't have enough thread. I'm going to start on the top left corner. Now you do want to back stitch on this. Okay, we're only doing straight stitch. Just go down a little ways, and remember your glue is not going to be on this portion. Okay. Hope this is going to cooperate. It sounds kind of weird. Just a minute. You know, you never know what you're going to end up having happen to you right in the middle of a video. Yeah. Now we're going to be on the thick part, which it doesn't like. Hear it knocking? That's because it's super thick. And this is about as Whoops, just knocked over all my glues. This is going to be kind of hard right here because we got to turn under here. Kind of have to bend it. Let me make sure you guys can see. Yeah, you can. I know my machine, I think, is the darkest light. Dark under here, darker than any machine I've ever had. Let me see if we need one more stitch. I think we do. Yeah. All right, we're getting there. Now everything is still held in place really well. The only place you have to top stitch on like this is around the outsides of this. You shouldn't have any problems with it afterward. Okay, when we get to the end, remember you don't sew across the top. I love making these. They're a lot of fun. And they're kind of cool, you know. I think people need to make them more often. I learned that from Wendy's Journal creations. Okay, now let me come back down here. Let me see how many minutes we have. Yeah, we got to finish this up. Okay. I'm not going to make tags for this on camera. I know you guys know how to make tags, but you will need to make some tags to put in all 3 pockets. So you want to ink around it really good. I just kind of re-ink my brush and do as best I can. So this piece of paper, these snowflakes papers, they were, they came from one piece of paper. It was like variegated, or what's another word for it? I'm blank. But anyway, they were on the same page. And it's, what is it called? I'm trying to think of. Ombre. Maybe that's it. Anyway, so let's bring our book back into the picture. Okay, where were we going to put that? That's what I want to remember. I thought it was on this back portion. Oh, it's more close. It's closer to here. No. I tell you, I don't remember from one time to the next which place I'm at. It's not that one. So like I said, this is the last video. There we go. I finally found it, of this book. Okay. Now, I was going to put it here, but I'm thinking now it's not going to fit very good there. You want it on the flattest side of your book. And that, if I put it here, see how it's bent over? It's because this is a chunky monkey. And I'm going to move this because we're not going to do any more. I think the book is getting kind of full. See, this one's still kind of up too. I know we have some on the other side, so I'm going to find one. Like this one would work really good. And then this has this blue on it already. And so we'll do something right here. Maybe when I journal, I will. Okay, now, if you wanted to, you could leave, the back open in certain areas to give a pocket back behind, but I'm not going to, because I feel like 3 pockets is plenty, if you know what I mean. You want to get up against the edges because this is a heavier project than most. Okay. All right, now I'm going to put it all the way to the left of the page and as far down as I can. So you'll have a little bit of a space at the top. Now, because this is heavier, you have to really hold it to get it to stay down. Probably I will try to find some blue cards like this to put in here. These are gray and they're not going to work, but that just kind of gives you an idea. I probably will just make 3 little tags to fit there out of something about this size. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to show you how that turned out. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Now, I will journal in this once I finish my Be Merry book. Now, the Be Merry book was not part of my design team project, but I did video these two. And I just had so much fun. So far, I'm just journaling on the back of cards and back of under bags or behind things. Or if you open my book up and just look at it, you would not see where I'm journaling because I'm hiding it all. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next video. Where when I receive my next Traveler's Notebook, it's called Grace. I will be working in that one. I'll see you then, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We'd love to have you for 2020. It's going to be a good year. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.